I'm excited to announce that I just saw that Salon.com has published my last article, which I wrote about No King's Day. I've been in the work of racial justice for nearly 20 years now, but I've never seen anything quite like what I witnessed on No King's Day. Let me tell you why it was so special. Because when I looked out, I saw an ocean of predominantly white people engaging in the work of nonviolent resistance and social change. When I think about the history of America and the work of social change, I think about what I refer to as white consensus. For our nation's most toxic status quo has always been underwritten by white consensus. At the founding of our nation, not everybody was excited about slavery. But white folks in our nation decided that slavery was a monster that we were ready to do business with. When that consensus shattered, so too did slavery. Slavery fell. What ended up replacing slavery, as we know, was segregation. And when segregation arose, not every white person in America was excited about segregation. But we decided that segregation was a beast that we were ready to do business with. When white consensus on segregation shattered, segregation fell. Over the last 40 years, a new white consensus emerged. It was a war on crime and drugs. It was also a war on welfare. And what we know through these domestic wars is that it targeted predominantly black people and poor folks. And it is these domestic wars that created radical inequalities and that created the context for the crisis that we find ourselves in today. But the good news that was revealed on No King's Day is that Donald Trump has been absolutely unable to reforge white consensus. That you had white folks in the streets providing a voice to the voiceless in America. And I say all of this simply because I think it is important to note that there is tangible reason to hope. We have all felt the peril of these times. But times of peril are also times of possibility. That dangerous times are the most important times to keep on dreaming of a new world. Because in these divided times, we can create the change that we have so long needed, but so long rejected. So I encourage you simply to hold on to hope. Want to shout out again to Salon for picking up my article. My name is Joel Edward Goza. You can follow me by subscribing to my Substack. War on, for the best is yet ahead.